Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you 3 different delicious oat recipes that you can make other than just the basic oatmeal. So to start, we're going to be making my 2-ingredient oat wraps. It doesn't get any easier than this, let me tell you. So all you need is 1 cup of quick oats, and then you're going to go ahead and make your own oat flour, which takes like all of 2 seconds to do. Well, okay, 30 seconds, but still. So you just hit it in a high-speed blender. You might want to give it a couple shakes just to make sure that it's grinding up all the oats, and don't sweat it if there's a few pieces that didn't grind up. It's not that big of a deal. At any rate, we're going to go ahead and toss that oat flour into a mixing bowl, and then we're just going to add 1 cup of room temperature water. That's it. 2 ingredients. Now, of course, you can play around with this recipe and, feel free to add whatever spices you want. You could make this savory, you could make it on the sweet side, or you can just leave it plain Jane like I am in today's video. You can add absolutely nothing else and it totally works. So as you can see, the batter does start to thicken up once it's sitting for a while. So that may become a problem as we continue to make them. But for the first one, we're going to go ahead and make a really small wrap. So in this video, I show you the 3 different sizes. It really doesn't matter what size, totally up to you. It's the same steps involved. So all you need to do is make sure that your stove top is already preheated. I like to have mine on number 6. However, that may vary from stove to stove, but you want a medium-high heat before you add the batter. So then you're just going to add, a little bit of batter depending on the size that you want. You're going to spread it out, and it does cook fast, so you want to make sure you spread it as fast as you can. And then you're going to let it cook on both sides for about 2 to 3 minutes before you flip it. So here you can just see I'm just adding some extra water because it really starts to thicken up as the time passes. So I even added a little extra even after the first amount. So you just want it to be a nice thin consistency so that it can spread, as thin as you want it as far as a wrap goes. Now, I forgot to mention that any of the recipes that I'm showing in today's video, I will have them all written out and posted in my description box below. So no need to try to write it down, along with the video. I will have it all written out for you, so when the video is done, you can just go down to my description box below, take a quick screenshot, and then it will be saved to your device. So check out these wraps. Look how amazing they are. They are so flexible. They are so versatile because they're actually bland. So they'll take on whatever flavor you want to give it, whether it be sweet or savory. And that goes for whatever you're putting in the wraps as well. It works either way beautifully. There is no need to spend a fortune anymore at the grocery store on organic, natural wraps when you can just whip up your own. You guys definitely got to give it a try. Okay, so if you love pancakes like me, then you are definitely going to want to stick around for this one. Okay, so before I show you how to make those delicious pancakes, in case it is the first time that you're landing on my channel, I have recently lost 60 pounds following an oil-free, whole food, plant-based diet, eating recipes a lot like the ones that I'm showing you in today's video. In fact, 2 of the 3 recipes, the first 2, can be found in my ebooks and were recipes that I was eating all the time to get the weight off. What sets my recipes apart from all the other amazing vegan recipes out there is that they include 0 overt fats, and that's precisely how I got the weight off. I eliminated high-fat foods like oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, and instead focused on high-fiber, low-fat foods. And right now, all of those exact recipes that I was eating to get the weight off are on sale for 60% off for the next 48 hours only. So if you want to check out those recipes, if you're also on a health and weight loss journey, I will have the link to that sale posted in my description box below. Alright, but for now, let's get back to this recipe. So we are going to whip up some pancakes, and let me tell you, the great thing about eating this way is that there are so many healthier versions of the foods that we loved, except that these recipes will support you on a health and weight loss journey. Okay, so to start with this recipe, as you just saw, I just made some more oat flour. So I just blended up 1 cup of oats into some oat flour, and then I added 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. When it comes to sweeteners, you can choose whichever one you want. If you wanted to use maple syrup instead, go for it. And then from there, I added in a teaspoon of baking soda, as well as some plant-based milk and some vanilla extract. Again, it's a lot to remember all of those ingredients, even for myself, so don't worry, I will have them all posted in my description box below. So here, much like the wraps, you just want to make sure that you have a pan that's preheated to medium-high heat. And in case you're new to my channel or new to this way of eating, you might notice that there is absolutely no oil or no butter being used to make these pancakes or wraps. And I just wanted to point out, do you guys know how the first pancake is always the worst one? Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened here. The first one was pretty ugly. And then as it went on, they got better and better. I have no idea why that is. If anyone does, please enlighten me in the comments, but it always seems to be the case no matter what kind of pancakes I'm making. At any rate, the batter ended up yielding 4 pancakes. And keep in mind with this recipe that the pancakes turn out to be a little bit more dense than what you might be used to with the grocery store bought pancake mixes. So I just topped my pancakes off with some organic strawberries that I just heated up in a pan and topped that on top of the pancakes with a little bit of maple syrup. It was delicious. Now, I didn't eat the whole thing. I did share this with my kids, but it was absolutely incredible. All right, so are you team chocolate or are you team vanilla? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to start by saying that I am team vanilla, and therefore it should come as no surprise as to why I'm showing you this next recipe. So this is my vanilla strawberry oats. Oh my goodness, this one might take the cake. Save the best for last? I don't know. But anyways, it is so good. So with this one, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to start by toasting half a cup of oats in a pan that again is on medium-high heat. And then we're going to blend half of a cup to make that oat flour. The reason that I do this is just it gives a much creamier consistency rather than just having the oats just as is. So there I just added in a little bit of vanilla extract and then I'm adding in some milk. Now the amount of milk will depend on how creamy you want it. I find that that's kind of like a personal preference for everyone. I ended up adding in a total of 1.5 cups of milk, and then this is the consistency that it ended up turning out to be. Again, I like mine a little bit on the creamy side. Oof, for me, this is like chef's kiss when it's this consistency, and that has everything to do with that half of a cup of oats that I turned into oat flour. It just makes it, it makes it so amazing. So while my oats were cooking, I was just warming up about a cup of organic frozen strawberries in a pot until they were nice and soft, and then I'm going ahead and folding this in to the oats. When I tell you this is just like everything. I don't even know how to explain it. It is so good, especially if you have like really nice tasting strawberries. And I find the organic ones from Costco are just perfect. Like it's almost as good as fresh. And if you have fresh, even better. All right, everyone. So if you are bored of eating just plain Jane oatmeal all the time and you just kind of need to refresh those taste buds, then try one or all of the recipes that I showed you in today's video. And I promise you that you will not be disappointed. Now listen, when I was losing the weight, I made a promise to myself that I was not going to be choking down food that I did not like. I've tried that in the past just for the sake of, in the name of weight loss or trends or whatever the case at that time, and it just never worked. It honestly wasn't until I started picking out foods that I actually enjoyed, that I was actually excited about, and what do you know? It's totally possible to do that in an oil-free, whole food, plant-based lifestyle. So again, if you're in need of some more oil-free, whole food, plant-based recipes, if you're kind of feeling at a loss as far as what to eat, then don't forget to check out that awesome book sale because it will only be running for the next 48 hours only. Again, the link to my books and that sale will be posted in my description box below, as well as the recipes in today's video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and see you in the next one.